think Kyle would get rid of Kenyon Drake?
I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to go after him. But
I don't think Kyle really knows who Kenyon Drake is. I just don't think Kyle watches more football than Patriots, Eagles, Steelers.
what's up, everybody? We are back for what is this, week 8 of our preview and predictions podcast. I am here with my normal host, Josh, and we have another guest with us this week. Say hello, Tyson.
How you guys doing? This is I don't know, actually. I don't know what this is, so let's roll with it.
This is us allowing the worst owner in the league onto the podcast this week. And it was kind of a pity thing because we've seen how this podcast curse has been working. It's literally gotten everyone. I mean, even when it didn't really get Zach, Mason Crosby missed 5 field goals that day. So it kind of got him in a way. But Tyson, we kind of felt bad. We asked Tyson, did he care to come to the podcast to discuss? I think he was a little hesitant at first because he thought of the curse, but hey, how much worse can it get?
True, and he's playing Jamie. He had to come defend himself after all the shit you talked last week.
Yeah, he's here in a defense crew for himself. So we'll see how he holds up. Tyson, you have any first
I don't know if I'm worried about the curse. I feel like either I talk a lot of crap about Jamie's team, or I stay humble and I don't. And whatever I decide to do, I think that decides what happens this week. I don't think it has anything to do with this so-called curse that is actually real and affects everyone. So.
Yeah, this curse is a real plague. I'm actually starting to get worried no one's going to come on anymore.
Well, I mean, Josh, it's cursed us as well. You and I are top 2 in points allowed this year in fantasy.
That sucks.
I'm 3rd in total points scored. 3rd, and I'm 3-4, coming off 3 straight losses. It's a mess. I'll tell you.
Dang, it must be bad to have a 3-game losing streak. I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah, because you know what it's like to have a 4-game losing streak. All right, so first thing we're going to do is get into our power rankings. Anonymous sources claim they didn't like how we did the power rankings last week, so we're going to go back to the normal way of doing it, which means I will start first. Number 1, back at the top, is Aaron. Hope he's happy. That sums that up. Number 2 got Zach. Zach, I mean, once again, we say it every week, how the podcast curse is real, the base God's blessing is just as real.
I agree with that 100%.
It's absolutely crazy how great his team's been ever since then. I mean, Kareem Hunt, he was putting in work at the beginning of the year, but he wasn't getting the touchdowns. Now he's getting the touchdowns. He about had 4 touchdowns Sunday night. Still at 3. He about had 4, which is unheard of.
And he could have had 4 if they wouldn't have just given up on that last drive and went for it on 4th and 2 and just threw in the towel.
Yeah, that was a little odd to me.
That was very odd.
Number 3, I have Jamie. Took an L last week. I mean, it's still Jamie. I still look at that roster, and I'm pretty frightened by what I see. 4, we have Heath. Heath has been on a roll as well. He's actually first in his division right now. If the playoffs started, he would be the 2 seed. Him and Aaron would have the 2 buys because he is 4th in total points scored and has a better record than Jamie. So he's been doing great. 5, I have Amelia. I can't remember if I had her 5 or 6 last week, but either way, she won last week. She had a pretty easy opponent. So,
bye week 4.
But basically a bye week for her.
I think it was a pre-broadcast curse. I don't think it was a post-broadcast curse. I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, I see. Now that I'm looking at it, I like that you used my my nickname for Leonard Fournette, Tyson. How I kind of did a play on words. It's not the exact thing, but I like it.
I want to be a little different.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that. You went from Jordan's secret stuff to Jordan's stuff sucks to Leonard Fournette never gonna play.
Yeah, the best name in the league award goes to Tyson.
Yeah,
he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, you have. I'm proud of you for that. But yeah, Millie got the win. She's at 5. Kyle 6. I hate to say it. I mean, but he barely lost last week. The one little stat correction, maybe he's sitting at 5 and 2. 7, I have myself. As you guys know, I've lost 3 in a row. So actually, I'm going to get into it right now. Middle of the power rankings. Sorry about this. My stat of the week is that Alvin Kamara sucks. Because I narrowed down all of my problems to one distinct moment. Picture this. It's week 5. Week 5, 2018. I'm going into a 3-1 matchup versus Kyle. I spend all week telling him he's a big old fraud. Okay? Picture this. I go into the Monday night game. I'm down 7. He has Adrian Peterson. I have Jordan Reed and Alvin Kamara. Picture this. Jordan Reed scores 3 points. Okay? So it's like, okay, yeah, Kamara and Reed, definitely Kamara, I'll get it. I lose by 2 because Alvin Kamara puts up a whopping 3 points. I would have moved to 4-1, and who knows, maybe I'd be 6-1 right now. All of my problems started here. I was 2 points away from being 4-1, top of the world, and it just all went to crap because of Alvin Kamara. So, I don't know. He's kind of rubbing
Chase,
me the
I
wrong
have to say, man, you should have known with Mark Ingram coming back that Alvin Kamara was not going to put up the same numbers he was.
Okay, all right, Tyson. I thank you for your fantasy input, 'cause your team's doing so well right now. All right, no, but yeah, I mean, I do agree on that. But, I mean, come on. Dude, even if, I don't know. All I know is Alvin Kamara sucks, the Saints suck, and it just, I don't know. Nothing's going to be the same. I'm probably not going to win another game the rest of this year, all because of Alvin Kamara. But, anyways, 8, I have you, Josh. You've been kind of unlucky like me at times. But, did you win this? You won this past week, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
so,
yeah.
So this is why I'm reluctant to put you any higher, and definitely not above me. Is you won by 7, and your defense had 33 points. That's literally never ever gonna happen again. I think that's the highest I've ever seen. You probably lose without that. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had 5 starters out too, so
yeah.
I was kind of worried about that week. So if they wouldn't have put up those, I was expecting to get blown out.
Yeah. So at 9, I have Parker, who's same record as me. He scored 63 last week. Not good.
Good.
10, I have Cam. Cam won on a tie break, but he reached the century mark nonetheless. 11, I have Cal. And yeah, I mean, Cal, he wasn't able to continue his winning streak, but that's okay. His 1-game winning streak. And 12, I have Tyson, because I don't think he's ever going to win another game again.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
I knew I was going to be low, but I was not expecting 12.
All right, Josh, how about you share this here? All right, no, here's a fun. Like, Tyson's bench scored 14 points last week.
Say he picks up like a random quarterback. If he would have picked up Eli Manning would have outscored his whole bench last week.
Oh my god. All right, Josh, what's yours?
All right, number 1, I got Zach.
Okay.
Pretty sure this is the first time he's ever made an appearance on number 1 on the power rankings, but after 5 straight, you got to give it to him. His team is hot. Number 2, I have Heath. I think Heath and Aaron are close, and I give the tiebreaker to Heath because he beat Aaron. So number 3, I have Aaron. Number 4, finally putting respect on her name, I have Amelia.
Okay.
She's 5-2.
So you have her obviously higher than I do. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I have her right on top of Jamie, who I have at number 5.
Yeah, Jamie right under.
Yeah, I have Jamie right under her, and I have her right under Aaron.
Oh yeah, all right, that makes sense.
Number 6, I have Kyle. Number 7, I have me. Now, it's a toss-up between me and you for 7, 8. I just did it because I scored. Well, for 7, 8, and 9, it's a toss-up between me, you, and Parker. And I just put me at 7 because I scored the most points last week just to, I don't know, that was just my tiebreaker for it. Number 8, I have you. Number 9, I have Parker after that 63-point week. Number 10, I have Cam. Number 11, I have Cal. And number 12, I also have Tyson.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, sounds about right. Tyson, so what do you got for us?
Well, I just want to say, I know that I'm like backsliding some here, but you can only have such a long drought before it turns around. So I just don't feel like I can be placed that low. Exactly. So number 1, I have Aaron. His team is just good. Like, there's nothing you can really say about it.
That.
And I know.
Putting him at 3, I know I'm getting some kind of another weird, corrupt text that I don't even know what goes through Aaron's mind when he comes up with these texts, but I know I'm getting another one. So Aaron, if you see one, that's how I know you listened.
That's true. But Aaron's, he's always projected just too many points, so I can't put him any lower. Second, I have Zach, mostly because of his hot streak and because of the base gods. You can't fight that.
Can't fight that.
Can a base god beat a big daddy?
I guess we'll have to find out. Third, I have Heath. playing really well. He's had a good few weeks. I think he'll keep rolling with that. Fourth, I have Jamie. He'll probably pick up a loss this week, but after that, I feel like he'll get a lot of wins after.
I thought he had a bye this week, but I could.
Fifth, I'm actually going to put you, Chase, because I feel like once you pick up another running back, it'll turn around for you.
Thank you. I almost now feel bad for like being so hard on you. So I do appreciate that.
Six, I have Amelia, just because honestly, I'm not a big fan of Cam Newton because I just never know what he is going to do in a game.
Okay.
And he proved me wrong in fourth quarter last week.
He proved me wrong. Chase would kick you off this podcast if he could.
All right, here's just a nice little informational session though. Cam averages the fourth most fantasy points per game. That's all I know.
All right. Hey, that's my opinion, Chase, and I'm allowed to have that.
Hey, all I know is he averages the fourth most fantasy points per game. So I don't know. Take with that what you will, but that's just
all right.
what I'm saying.
Take it. And I'll throw that in the trash because I'm keeping what I said. 7, I have Kyle. I don't think he's that good.
There seems to be a running theme here.
But for some reason, he just has the best matchups every week. Like
I agree.
No, I definitely agree with that one.
Yes.
Have to remember though, one person that could easily take him down. Definitely my team. It's happened before. If I had to face him again.
Didn't you beat him when you scored like 69 points?
And then 8.
No, that was Cal. That was Cal you beat, but he scored 69.
8, I have Josh.
All right, I'm okay with that. That's what I have.
He had a lot of people out this week, but they'll be back, except for Cooper Kupp, most likely. But maybe with a playoff run, he'll be back. 9, I have Parker. I actually like Parker's team, but they're just not producing the numbers right now.
Not at all.
And
I mean, he's like someone like Diggs that you. It's basically Thielen that's getting what people thought Diggs was gonna get.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true. 10, I actually have myself because I could not put myself lower.
That's very, very humble of you.
I just couldn't force myself to do it. Obviously, you guys had different opinions on that.
Easy for us.
11, I have Cam, only because he has 2 wins and Cal only has 1.
Okay, that's very understandable.
And then I have Cal, I thought front runner for the SAT, but I guess I have to fight against that. So we'll see how the season goes.
Oh, I can't wait for Parker to lose to Cal this week. That's gonna be really funny.
Oh, that'd be really funny.
Oh, I'm cheering for that one. That's for sure. Okay, that was pretty good power rankings, I'd say. Let's see, what should we move on to next? Okay, yeah. So one of you had brought it up with Aaron. So I actually would now like to announce my award of the week. My award of the week is most disgusting human being of the week. And that award goes to our buddy Aaron. Let me just scroll through my text real quick to even completely find what was said.
I just want this to be on record. When Aaron said it, I was sitting in class. I was laughing like a damn fool. Like, I had to turn my phone off because if I clicked it on and just saw people saying, Aaron, that was the most grotesque thing I've ever seen in my life, I was losing it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I don't want to just hear what Aaron said. I want to hear the quotes of what people said after it.
Okay, so here is it word for word. Alright, so this started by Aaron sending us the girl he lost his virginity to, which I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not that is true. But
I can probably deny he did not lose his virginity to her.
Josh said, I don't think that's accurate. Aaron said, no, she didn't know, I drugged her. He said, I would kill to marry Brittany. You said I already called dibs. Now here's where Aaron comes in. Yo, Josh, I will cut your throat open. Hold on, I gotta say it all. Yo, Josh, I will cut your throat open and put rats inside of you to eat your insides.
Oh my gosh, I got murdered. Like, he actually killed me.
I will cut your throat open and put rats inside you to eat your insides. How do you even think of that?
Like, who comes up with that in their head that they just think, you know what? I'm gonna send that to somebody. Like, I don't even think I could come up with that.
And then Cam said pause, and Zach said, it made it even funnier. That is the most grotesque thing I have ever read in my life.
I cannot believe that happened. Like, I was sitting in class in awe of what goes through Aaron's head.
Oh my gosh, dude, that was so funny, dude.
That was really good.
Good
Oh,
lord.
Aaron. Why couldn't you come up with content like that when you're on the podcast?
Aaron, while he's on the podcast, me and you talking. Hey, what do you think of Funches?
Like, yeah, so I do think Tyson will be Jamie, but I don't know. Yeah, what do you guys think of Funches?
Yeah, so congrats on Aaron being our 4th award winner. So we're going in order: Parker American of the Week, Cam Dumbass of the Week, Tyson Disappointment of the Week, and Aaron Crow Disgusting Human Being of the Week. Yeah, so congrats to him on that. I guess right before we get to the recap of last week, we can talk about football a little bit. Man, how about my boy Josh? What more can you say about him?
Yeah, I mean, he did pretty well that one play he was in.
Hey, Bleacher Reports they wrote an article. They said one thing each team should do more of, and they said start Curtis Samuel, or like
Really?
play him more, yeah. And then for the Bills, their thing was like get rid of Kelvin Benjamin. So I think I wrote that article in my sleep or something like that. But
Did they actually say that? Get rid of Kelvin Benjamin?
yeah, they're like trade him, like it's done, blah blah. He sucks. But yeah, they did say they should play Curtis Samuel more because I mean, stat of the day, he's touched the ball 5 times on offense and he scored twice. And it's not like either were like little 1-yard touchdowns either. You watched them both. He had to work for both.
Yeah.
Of them.
Yeah, he worked for him.
I mean,
And that picture you sent of him running into the end zone was beautiful.
It was, dude. You've never seen anything quite like that. And the one, hey, don't forget, he not only had that touchdown, but he also caught a pass for about 12 yards. And
Yeah, right against the sideline.
That's more separation than
Wide
Funchess
open.
has had in his entire life.
Yeah.
Like Funchess will make like 6 catches a game after dropping 4, as we saw on Sunday, because he did a great job at like if he caught all his passes Sunday, he has 100 yards. But given like the 6 that he caught, he still has someone like right on his butt cheeks the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's always like a tight window through Devin Funchess. But yeah. So Curtis, I mean, once again, he's the GOAT. He's not available. Sorry, so don't send me any trades for him.
We'll do our best.
Yeah, Tyson, do you have anything you want to say about the NFL this past week about like some like washed like trash quarterback or anything like that?
I didn't want to talk about any quarterbacks, but I do want to talk about my my Giants because they're really pissing me off actually. Because the only thing wrong with their defense is their linebackers. So they decide to trade away one of their best corners and then trade their best run stopper.
Right, so that's the only logical
tackle.
thing. Instead of only having one bad unit, they actually now made it 3 bad units.
Yeah, they really did. And the only thing
They'll be better in the future. They got a 7th round pick.
Yeah,
so
I mean 7th rounders always pan out.
Yeah, everyone always has that 7th round.
Is they've been listening to John Gruden, and they're really they just know that they need pass rushers. So naturally, they just want to trade away everyone on the defense.
Yeah,
when you have looking at Eli, going, "What are you doing?"
Like, what have you?
Eli that
Apple?
is not a sign.
Talking about Eli Apple.
I'm talking about one of the Elis.
Not gonna specify.
Yeah, I'm not gonna specify. And I also would like to thank Cam and Jamie for ruining my Tyson fear. Whenever I sent Tyson that they were trading Eli and he was freaking out. And I mean, that's not a hard joke to understand, knowing we have a Giants fan in the group chat. But no, they had to ruin it. So the first message Tyson saw on his phone was, "Oh, Eli Apple."
Dude, no, and like your quote yesterday about it was hilarious. She said, "Kyle isn't even in the group chat, and he still gets more of our jokes than their 5-6 heads combined." They absolutely get 0 jokes. Jamie gets like no joke, and then he went on for about 30 minutes about why he actually does get jokes, but he only further proved that he doesn't get the jokes.
He's like, "Yeah, that Eli Apple one really threw me off, but don't worry, I caught on." After he ruined it.
Oh no, and shout out to Cam. Like Cam not only doesn't get the jokes, but then when he does get a joke, it's either late or he just does a terrible job at adding on to it. This
Like
is a
3
Sunday.
hours later.
Yeah, Sunday during the Panthers game. You're like, oh, I'm a Rams fan. I say, yeah. My Chargers won earlier. Aaron's like, yeah, who should I cheer for? I think I'm gonna be a fan of the Saints now. Hey, 2 hours later, Panthers game's almost over. Hey, why y'all talking about that game? I'm a Rams fan now. All right, thanks for coming in with the heat, Cam.
Yeah, the hot take.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Hey Chase, before we get too far into the podcast, can you do me a favor real quick and accept a trade that was just made?
Oh, breaking news.
Yeah. See this one trade pending review. Oh, I gotta type in my password. The only one person in the league knows my password, and that's Kyle.
You could just read it out loud, actually, if you want.
Why does Kyle know your password?
Because one time I couldn't uphold a trade in time before like a game was gonna start, and I gave him my password so he could put it through.
That was a lot of trust.
And he saved it in our chat, which really pissed me off. But here's the trade. Ramming. What's the rest of Kyle's team name? Anybody remember off the top of their head?
I think I know it, actually.
How does it go?
Ramming the. Oh wait, no, I can't say it because I did not ask Aaron for the end pass.
Oh,
so maybe next week if I'm back on, I'll get back to you for that.
Okay, sweet, sounds good.
But
Yeah, so
I can't right now.
Kyle's team traded Kenyon Drake to Leonard for never gonna play again. Jordan Howard. So
Wow.
incoming for Tyson is Kenyon Drake, and outgoing is Jordan Howard, which is really funny because we literally were just talking about this before the podcast.
We were.
Kyle would do it, and he did.
Dang, he wasted no time too.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I think it's definitely best for both teams.
yeah, so running back for running back trades almost always work out for both guys.
Well, it really will help out you because TJ Yeldon with Carlos Hyde coming in, probably not going to get the same touch as he was.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it today, but I don't know. I'm a little heated about it.
Yeah, that sucks because TJ Yeldon's played pretty well. So for them to just go ahead and be like, you know what, we want Carlos Hyde. And what does that mean for Leonard Fournette?
Yeah, that definitely means he's not coming back, and that really pisses me off. How am I going to pick up two Jacksonville running backs? One of them's out. The other one's playing well, so they decide to bring in another running back to take up half of Yeldon's touches.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy about that.
Like, thank God the Jags drafted him at 4, because if the Panthers would have drafted him at 8, we would have been screwed.
Sure.
2 years ago. I'm so glad we have McCaffrey. Okay, so I'm looking here. I think that's about everything. I mean, yeah, we talked about the Giants. They suck. Eli's gonna hang them up. All that good old stuff. So we
Are
get.
you sure we talked about that?
Did we talk about? Oh no! You know what I loved on the Monday night broadcast when I think it was that 4th and 1, or it was like one of the plays where like the Giants screwed it up in the red zone. So that's like every time they're in the red zone except when they play the Panthers. Like if you thought the Panthers defense was ever good, all you have to do is watch the Giants against every other team versus the fact that they put up 30 points against ours. But that's all you need to know that our defense is not good. But what was I gonna say? Okay. Yeah, my favorite thing on the broadcast was when they circled that Eli had nobody to throw to because they circled 3 Giants receivers that were all covered. But then there was OBJ in the middle of the end zone without anybody within like 3 arms length from him. But they didn't circle him. I don't know if you saw that picture, but it cracked me up.
Yeah,
I saw the picture.
That was really funny.
You never know about the pass rush and where the middle linebacker's sitting.
I mean, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
That's a risky pass, throwing it to a wide open receiver in the end zone. You never want to do that.
Yeah, no. I mean,
So I'm happy he stayed away from it.
yeah, there's a lot of outside variables that go into throwing it to like open receivers, like a top 3 receiver in the league in the end zone.
Yeah.
A lot could go wrong.
Yeah, you can't trust them.
All right, so if we go into our recap of last week, we kind of did this. I lost again, so nothing new there. Sony Michel gets hurt at the very beginning of the game. Keenan Allen once again has a solid receiving day, but he just can't get in the end zone to save his life.
Yeah, no.
Phillip, I mean, I think he had 2 touchdowns dropped, so that kind of sucks. Kamara, he sucks, but he had a solid week. Tyreek Hill, solid week. Kerryon Johnson, solid week. Just literally everyone else was bad. Jordan Reed did nothing, so thank God I got Eric Ebron and not that bum Jared Cook that I had originally traded for. I accidentally, so once again, I forgot to change kickers. So I don't know why I would get a crappy offense's kicker. I've completely forgot. Screwed the pooch on that one. So yeah, that's about all you can say about my team. Zach's team played well overall. He had like 3 duds, but Marlon Mack, whoever the hell that is, had a good game. Sent him to a win. I think in a normal week, Marlon Mack gets like 2 points, so that kind of came as a surprise.
Yeah, his points go 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 8, 29.
Sounds about right when you're playing against me. Next game, Josh and Jamie. Jamie had a normal week as always, besides the fact that his running backs really were bad.
Yeah.
His running backs were not good at all. Oh, Julio
Funny
Jones.
guy.
Yeah, breaking news, Julio Jones didn't get in the end zone again.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
But
when I saw all he had left was Julio, I was like, this game is never in doubt. He can Sharpie that in for a win for Josh.
For a fact, there's no touchdown coming out of Julio Jones. Hey, here's a great stat for you. Curtis Samuel has more receiving touchdowns than Julio Jones this season, and he has more rushing touchdowns than Leonard Fournette.
Wow.
That's a crazy one.
That's wild.
That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt, Tyson.
Yeah, I love that from one of my starting running backs. I heard he was off the market, so.
Yeah, that's true. Josh, I mean, you guys had an okay week, but clearly the 33 piece from the Broncos is what gave you the win.
Yeah, I mean, I was hyped with how my team performed. Because, I mean, just throwing Josh Gordon in there, 10. Chris Ivory. When I put Chris Ivory in there.
Again.
Yeah, when I put Chris Ivory in there, and he was a backup to start the game. And then, God, what's his name? What's his name?
Yeah,
Cut this part. Some running back. He's on Parker's team.
Wait. What team?
Bills.
LaShawn McCoy?
LaShawn McCoy. Whenever LaShawn McCoy got his concussion and they threw in Chris Ivory, I was like, yep, that is the podcast curse at its best this week.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I mean, you had an okay week. We'll see what you can do next week. It kind of sucks for you with the 2 Cardinals players you drafted really high. David Johnson by choice, some by not by choice, but
yeah, some not by choice.
Neither of them. I actually have 3 Cardinals players now on an offense that regularly scores about 7.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why you're 3 and 4. Maybe that's why.
Well, I just picked up Kirk for last week because I didn't have anybody.
Right. Okay. So that's 2 games. You want to do your game against Amelia, Tyson? Talk some about that. Tell us what went wrong there.
Yeah, I can talk about that for a second.
Well, first off, I can tell you go ahead what went wrong. The highest scorer in the matchup is what went wrong here. Really pushed him over the edge. Not surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lucky week, I guess. You know how those go.
That's all 6 weeks for him above 15 points and 3 weeks with 4 weeks with 23 or more is pretty good.
Anyway, I think the worst part about this matchup was since when does a defense score more than 5 points, and Hurst had 15, and Jacksonville, who was the number 1 rated defense last year, has consistently scored me 3 or negative points.
Yeah, Tyson, I'm not gonna lie, I would drop them.
Yeah, their defense has gotten exposed somehow. I don't know what, but.
So I'm looking forward to dropping them this week and then them scoring 25. So.
If you give up 40 points to the Cowboys, there's got to be something wrong with you.
Yeah. I mean, I would just drop them and get the Saints. I mean, obviously the Saints are working on defense. You keep hearing them in every single trade.
Our defense literally isn't good, and Dallas only scored 8 points on us. So the Jags defense is not doing too hot right now.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to drop them. Sanu, normally a pretty decent scorer, only scored 2 for me. Aguilar, also only 2 points. And I don't really have any running backs because not only is Fournette out, but now he is disabled. So I think that's worse.
I think that means doubtful.
Oh, actually? Oh, this isn't baseball.
Do you think if you're injured for too long, you become autistic or something? Oh, he has CTE now. He's disabled. That poor
I was thinking disabled list, like baseball.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
All right, that makes it a little better.
We're sorry about poor Leonard.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you can't chalk that stuff up. Oh, that's funny.
But she's had a good week, and I had a bad week again.
I think this is significant here. Tariq Cohen has been going off for, and Jordan Howard's been doing. I mean, he actually had an okay week, but the fact that he kind of took over for Jordan Howard has helped her and hurt you.
Yeah, but that's okay. We just won't tell Kyle about that.
Yeah, you don't even have him anymore, so yeah, we'll cut that out. We'll make sure Kyle doesn't hear that.
I dropped him for a first round pick, so it's okay.
All right. So that wraps up that game. Amelia, she keeps on winning. I'm looking for her to have a huge explosion week, but it's like all our people are just performing well.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Yeah.
let's move on to Aaron and Parker. Parker just sucked it up. Jameis Winston's your highest score. To me,
Sheesh.
doesn't feel like a recipe for success.
No.
Because, I mean, he actually didn't have a terrible game. Well, actually, I watched it. He didn't have a good game, but he turned over 3 times. That's not always all his fault. He had a rushing touchdown, you know. But I don't know. Like, it feels like Jameis is always putting up like 300 something yard games, and like it just literally don't matter. I feel like he just did something dumb. Like, my roommate's a Bucks fan. We were watching in overtime when Jameis threw the pick in Browns territory. Terrible pick.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know. I was like, well, that just sums up Jameis Winston right there. But anyways, not to talk too much about him because I don't really care. The rest of his team just kind of crap the bed. Christian's doing okay with yards. He's just not getting in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else did anything. Ebron
Exactly.
had like his one bad week. Ridley had a bad week. Galladay.
I feel like Ridley got a lot of targets too. He just didn't.
Yeah.
He just didn't get a lot of yards.
Detroit, now that Kerryon Johnson has really stepped into the running game, they don't pass nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
So RIP, thoughts and prayers to Matt Stafford. He might not get the stat pad as much as
No,
he
that sucks.
Yeah.
End of an era.
Yeah. Legendary stat padding era of Matthew Stafford. Yeah, and then Aaron's team, like we were saying before, they're just good. I mean, he
And
even
Todd
has Nick
Gurley,
Chubb now.
I mean, Aaron said it himself. Like, Todd Gurley can literally carry his team every
He's
week.
literally unreal. Like, just listen to these point totals. 19, 29, 19, 21, 28, 33, 26. Like, what?
That's just like that's better than quarterbacks.
Absolutely, yeah. Like, he's averaging 25 fantasy points per game. Like, that is absurd for a team that has 3 great receivers and a solid quarterback too. Like, that's
let's compare him to another keeper running back this year. Let me just pull him up real quick. Let me just compare him to Leonard Fournette real quick.
read out Fournette's stats for me.
5-0-0-3-0-0-0. So it's really just the luck of the draw. Like, it's
I would have never seen that one coming.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you have Todd Gurley, like, he literally just carries you. Like, I mean, Nick Chubb in there. Like, when you see Nick Chubb, Taylor Gabriel, you're like, oh, that's not great for fantasy. But it literally does not even matter because you have Todd
Gurley. It feels
Gurley.
like he's having one of those years. Like, for example, like, Greg caught 2 passes for 5 yards, but he got 6 points out of Greg because one of them was a touchdown. Like, it's just one of those years for Aaron. Like, his guys are just getting touchdowns, and it's happening for him. I mean, Breeze didn't put up huge numbers, but like we were saying, the 3 NFC South quarterbacks plus Pat Mahomes are literally, I mean, even, you could probably, like, those 4 guys are literally putting up crazy fantasy points this year, more than you normally see out of quarterbacks. Like, just as, like, last year, I believe I'm remembering correctly, Russell Wilson was the number 1 fantasy quarterback in points per game, and he averaged he averaged a little over 20. Cam was the 2nd fantasy quarterback, and he averaged 19 something. This year, Cam, Breeze, and Matt Ryan are all in the 22-23 range, and Mahomes is at 25. Like, it's been a crazy year for quarterbacks, and Gurley's still been the best player.
Yeah, it's just wild how good he can carry a team.
Yeah. So that's 4 of our games. So Heath beat Cal. Heath didn't even have to have a huge week because it's Cal. He had a running back score in the negatives. That's really tells you all you need to know about. He had a flex guy score negative, and his running back 2 had -1. That's literally all you need to know about Cal's team. Nothing else.
Not great.
Heath, Matt Ryan had another good, solid week. I mean, he was playing in a dome, and he has 3 amazing receivers to throw to. So, I mean, it makes sense that Matt Ryan should put up stats, as I would expect any guy to do in a dome with a great quarterback, with great
And
receivers.
what is impressive is Heath put up 90 with probably his high score sitting out this week.
And ballsy enough, he kept him in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as of Saturday, because I have Melvin Gordon in 3 of my other leagues, and as of Saturday night, he was playing. So I didn't even check it.
Because the game was at 9:30 a.m.
The game was at 9:30. It's not like I was going to wake up at like 8:30 to see if he was on the inactive. I just assumed, yeah, he's playing. It would have been a much bigger deal if he wasn't playing this week.
Josh, how does this feel? and me and him talked about this during the draft. We were talking about tight ends. Josh gets David Njoku as his sleeper. So here's David Njoku as a member of Stay Tuned, Team Coghill. 1, 2, 3, 5. Dropped by Josh, picked up by Heath. 6, 11, and 11. That's gotta hurt.
That sucks.
That
sucks.
Hurt.
Well, because when I had him, I was like, all right, if Baker's throwing, I have confidence in him. And then Baker wasn't starting, and he kept not starting, and I was like, all right, this is just getting annoying. I don't have time for a tight end to only give me 1, 2, and 3 points. So I was like, all right, he's somebody else. He's somebody else's problem till Baker. And I was like, no one's going to pick him up. I can get him again when Baker starts. And then he snatched him from me.
Okay, who am I pissed at this week? I completely forgot. Someone, once again, like, if we're all aiming for, like, a good flex player, receiver, running back, I get that if I get out-wavered. But, like I told you before, I've gotten out-wavered twice this year for a kicker. And then I got out-wavered for Joe Flacco. Because Rivers is on bye this week. Who outweighed me for Joe Flacco?
Zach.
Zach, what do you need Joe Flacco for? What the hell?
Because I went to get him. Because I was
Tom
like,
Brady and he doesn't have Deshaun anymore. Brady's not even on bye. What do you need Joe Flacco for?
Yeah, because I was like, you know what, I'm going to go get Joe Flacco because in case we tie, I need to have a quarterback on my bench to give me some points. So I went and looked at him. And I was like, dang it, Zach got him before me.
Look,
and I didn't even need him, so that would have.
And Brady's playing the Bills this week. Week 1, Joe Flacco put up 3 touchdowns on the Bills. What do you think Tom Brady's going to do to the Bills? What do you need Joe Flacco? Now I have to pick up freaking... I think I'm picking up Eli this week.
That sucks.
I literally have to consider picking up.
Let's look into that because I don't feel like that's a bad pickup.
I mean,
That's
he
a
put up
solid
19
right
last week. I mean, you're not wrong. He put up 19 last week. But he's averaging he really doesn't have a terrible week, so like it's serviceable. But like, I don't want Eli. Like that's just bad optics.
Hey, Blake Bortles is a starter this week. Just throwing that out there.
He was named starter, so shout out to him for winning the job again.
In case you want to get him up.
Honestly, I probably would have had to get Dink and Dak, but he's on bye this week, so no Dink and Dak for me.
Hey, Fitzpatrick is always available. I'll let you know that.
I could always get Keenum.
Brocktober.
Yeah, that's
Prime time Brock.
I think I'm gonna pass on Sam Darnold. He's putting up 11 fantasy points per game, so probably not. He's ugly too.
He does have a black head.
Yeah, Mariota.
So you only like cute quarterbacks? Is that what it is? Are you attracted to tall men?
I am attracted to
Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean,
yes. If you're not attracted to Jimmy Garoppolo, that actually means you're more gay than if you are attracted to Jimmy Garoppolo. But that sounds right. I think. That's how attractive he is. You just have to admit it, or you're literally hiding something. But okay, did we recap all the games from last week? Nothing, but we got off on some wild tangent.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Okay, yeah.
It's been kind of a wild podcast, not gonna lie.
Did we talk about Kyle and Cam?
Yeah, so Kyle and Cam tied. Cam got really cocky, took out Hooper out of his lineup for the Monday night game. I tell you what, I think I said my prayers before bed Sunday night, or after Monday night, that there would be a stat correction and Adrian Peterson for Kyle would be given 1 more yard to put him at 100.
Yeah, just 1 yard, and Cam would have lost. I would have lost.
Cried. Like, probably one of the top 3 moments in my life.
I don't want to be the only person ever to have lost by stat correction, so I was praying that maybe Kyle would get that blessed with 1 extra yard, but it did not happen.
Yeah, stat corrections let us down this week, but that's okay. You can't get lucky every single week. Alright, so now that we've wrapped just about all that up, we're gonna move on to the predictions for this week. Josh, can you tell us how we did last week? I know you and I both went about 500. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What did our guess go?
Me and you went 3-3, and Jamie went 2-4.
Why did he go 2-4 again? What was the one game he picked differently than us?
He picked you to win.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So never put your faith in me. Lesson learned.
Yeah. That was bad from the get go. Yeah, when he said that, we were like, huh?
Yeah. Not a good choice to pick against the base gods.
No, can't do it.
Okay, so we're moving to our predictions for this week. The least appealing game to me. What do you guys think the least appealing game is? I think I know, in my opinion.
I spit it out.
I'm gonna go Jamie and Tyson.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I had a feeling you were gonna go there.
Yeah, I
I
had a
didn't want to be
feeling
the one
also.
upset.
I don't know. It's appealing to me just because I know Jamie is going to lose this week,
Like, I have a
but
feeling that you're probably gonna get smacked this week.
I have a feeling that he's going to score at least 15 points against me, but that might be his only score, so I'm not worried.
Hey, he's got Eli Apple going up against him this week.
That's true. Tough matchup.
Tough matchup.
Yeah, let's see what you have going. Well, now you have the newly added Kenyon Drake.
Already in the starting lineup like that.
Already in?
I mean, you got Kirk against a bad defense, so that could work.
Prime time Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, everyone always talks about primetime Kirk.
Yeah, they call him that.
Yeah. Who else you got going for you? I don't know. Nobody. Jamie. Oh wow, the Chiefs are playing the Broncos again this early. Wow.
Yeah. That's why I was gonna let you find out on your own, but I'm not starting the Broncos defense this week. I learned my lesson last time.
Well, it started off well. I remember the first time they played him, Mahomes had like 65 yards at halftime.
Yeah.
And
And
he
then-
finished with 300.
Yeah, and then it got really ugly pretty fast.
Okay, so
no defense started.
this is a good debate. Okay, so it's clear Patrick Mahomes is definitely one of the most talented prospects I've ever seen. Like, he's like the type of guy where you look at, like someone like Rodgers or Cam or Luck or people where you're just like not like, I mean, there's guys that are good, but you don't think like they have this insane talent like Breeze and Brady. But like,
Yeah.
you look at him, like he's super athletically gifted. Like, no doubt he's one of the best prospects we've ever seen. Off to an insane start. But like, how much percent of it would you like contribute towards like the factors around him?
I mean, I think it's definitely. I feel like definitely has the factors around him have at play.
I think he just has so little pressure on him. I think that's
Yeah.
what it is for me. Because you're like, yeah, he could make these insane throws no matter the situation, even when sometimes he's not throwing to a wide open guy. But pressure plays a huge factor into it. And when he knows he doesn't,
Yeah.
he's not under pressure. Like, there's no pressure on him.
But it's not like he sits in the pocket either. Like, he is very mobile.
Yeah, no, like he's very good and mobile. That's what I'm saying. Like, even when you're moving in the pocket and you can make these throws, it helps for him to know, like, hey, I could just like throw it up.
As long as I throw it within like 15 yards ahead of Tyreek Hill, he's gonna get to it.
Or like, hey, if I throw a pick, so what? Next drive, Tyreek Hill's going to be open 20 yards down the field. Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not pressure on him to be perfect on every play, and I do think that helps him. But like, regardless, he's still an insane talent.
He also doesn't have to worry about like the coaching staff or the fans because there's really no pressure coming from anybody in Kansas City.
Absolutely not.
So I
Like,
mean,
especially
he can
to
do
start
whatever
the
he
year.
wants.
Like they could have went like 7-9 this year. He could have thrown as many picks as touchdowns, and like he'd still be their quarterback for the next season. Like, because people are like,
Absolutely.
hey, it's his first year as a starter. That's gonna happen when you're a gunslinger. So rank their four guys then. Hill, Hunt, Mahomes, and Kelsey in order of like how important they are to that offense. Josh, what's your ranking for him?
I mean, I'd probably go Hill number 1, Hunt number 2, as we saw Sunday. Mahomes 3, Kelsey 4. But they're all so close that like the rankings don't even mean anything.
You know, I think it just is the perfect storm. Like, and I saw someone say it, this guy who does film for the Panthers. He was saying, because he talks about all the time, he thinks like now with Mahomes in the league, like those are him plus like the other three that I talked about are like the four like most like just pure talented guys. And he was saying the difference is Mahomes literally has everything around him, and that's
Yeah,
why
exactly.
it's actually going to be insane. Like Rodgers, clearly Mike McCarthy's an idiot. He every week his game plan is like, Rodgers, please save me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Cam and Luck have clearly not been like supported too greatly by their teammates throughout their career, which leads to like just inconsistencies in the teams and just like all around looks bad for both.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But Mahomes literally is in a perfect situation. I think that's why we're going to see these insane like records broken.
Yeah. And I mean, midseason prediction, he's probably gonna win.
He's probably going to MVP.
He's probably gonna win MVP.
Yeah, and like I mean, I do think he's incredible. Like he's probably going to be a consistent like top 5 guy for a long time. But can we please chill out with the takes? You saw me send it to you. You said Patrick Mahomes is what Aaron Rodgers fans think Aaron Rodgers is. Huh?
That's not even a little true.
That's not slightly true. Aaron Rodgers
Because Aaron
is like,
Rodgers is mobile, but he's not like you don't expect him to run like Mahomes can run.
yeah, like firstly, I don't even know what they mean by that because like Rodgers is like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly.
Like,
Like
I'm thankful every time I get to watch him step on the football field.
yeah, me too.
Like if I had to pick
So
one, if I had to watch
don't
one
know if
football
that's
team
debatable.
that wasn't like the Panthers, like it's definitely the Packers.
Yeah, exactly. Just to see that talent go to work.
Yeah, I don't know what like so people maybe need to relax a little bit on like saying he's like better than Rodgers, but other than that he is very good. And to wrap that up, who do you think's gonna win this week? I'm taking Jamie.
Uh, yeah, I wonder if the podcast curse is gonna have a reverse effect on Tyson because he's done so bad. They're like, what
Ooh.
is he gonna do worse?
Yeah, like because everyone else had been doing well as they
Yeah.
came on. That's true.
So I wonder that, but still, I'm probably gonna pick Jamie.
Who are you taking, Tyson?
You know what? I'm feeling good, man. I'm going to take myself
You're putting all the marbles in there?
just because I'm just feeling good about it. I just
Alright.
have a feeling, you know?
Okay, yeah.
He has a feeling, and I have a feeling. That's all I have to say.
Do you think Tyson will score more points under points this week by Tyson Josh? That is the price of the SAT, which is about $52 over under.
I don't know. It's gonna be close, but I'm hoping the over.
Yeah, I'm hoping the over for his sake. So moving on to our next game, I say we talk about. I guess we talk about me and Cam.
Yeah.
We have 5 wins combined. I do think I'm much better than Cam. Don't
Yeah,
look
I
at the
do.
projected right now because I have Rivers in my lineup still. I haven't decided what bad quarterback I'm picking up off the waiver wire yet. But I do I don't know. I still like my team.
Yeah, I do too.
Kamara still scored 13 last week. With Ingram in there, he's not gonna have 20 something every week, but he's still gonna give me a good double digits.
Carry Johnson starting to become what people thought he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beast. Tyreek Hill, beast.
Yeah.
Chris
Hogan. I mean,
this
it's
is only because Keenan Allen and Tyrell Williams are on bye, so mind that.
And I don't think that's awful either. I mean, he still gets targets from Brady. Last week he got 6.
Yeah, I mean he gets 5 or 6 points a week. So if he gets a touchdown, then I can get a double digit week from him.
Yeah.
Ebron has been very good. He's been a good target for Luck because Luck hasn't been throwing the deep ball quite the same because it's shorter. And I mean they don't have great receiver. It's kind of the situation with Cam. You can't throw deep if there's no one deep.
Yeah.
So
but T.Y. Hilton's back this week, so
that's
he does have another target out there.
That's true. I forgot he was coming back. But yeah, Ebron has become a good target for him, so I think they could work out. Corral, I mean, this is kind of my flex is gonna be kind of up in the air until I get some things settled. Until Curtis Samuel starts getting the snaps he deserves.
Yeah, I mean, Krause played well.
Yeah, I mean, he's position ranked 10. So.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of 10. I mean, that did help with that one week where he just absolutely destroyed Denver's defense.
Yeah, other than that, he's just been okay, but I'll also be able to kind of stream him with Tevin Coleman and people like that once all this bye week stuff is over.
Yeah.
So I still like my team to an extent, but I really don't like Cam's team.
Yeah, I think that's where it hits the nail on the head right now.
I really don't. I don't know. Baltimore's a very good defense. So I mean, Funches has had a touchdown each of the past 2 weeks and 3 of the past 4. But I mean, you just never know if he's gonna get one this week. I'd like to think he would, but I don't know.
I mean, he's not getting 100 yards either, so he's pretty much a touchdown or bust whenever he's your wide receiver 1.
Yeah, basically.
And arguably the best player in your lineup. You need him to score or at least get 100 points.
Yeah. I mean, and Mitch actually is
100 yards.
A lot of I think Mitch is averaging the 6th or 7th most fantasy points per game. Position rank's weird because it doesn't take into account bye week. It just does total points. But he's averaging, I think, the 6th or 7th most fantasy points. He had 31 last week, but he played bad against the Patriots. It's just they're letting him throw and throw and throw, so it's helping him out. And so he might put up some points. You never really know.
Yeah.
That's true. They're definitely not running the ball. So they're just going to let him throw.
That's a good point. Because even Tariq Cohen, their starting running back, is better in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Sanders had a big week for him, so he's probably going to have to hope for him to throw another big touchdown pass again.
Yep.
Throw and catch one.
Yeah. That was a dime he threw.
Yeah, I mean, he has the goat kicker that missed an extra point. Things just, I don't know. I'd be depressed. I'd be sad if I lost to Cam, so I'm going to pick myself.
Yeah. It's hard to see his team putting up 104 again, so I'm going with you as well.
Yeah. Tyson?
Yeah, I'm also going to go with you, Chase. I don't know what quarterback you're going to pick up, probably Eli Manning, but I'm pretty sure he'll pick up some big numbers, so I think you'll be all right.
Who did the Giants play this week?
I don't even know. Yeah, the Redskins.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Another game, next one on the list. I say we go Josh and Zach.
Yeah.
Josh and Zach. Okay, let's look at this here.
We can
Pace
do that.
Scouts versus Stay Tuned. Josh, I'm not gonna say this is must win, but after this game, if you lose this game, it's becoming almost must win. Because normally we have a 500 guy make the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Someone around 5. So like, look at it like this: like if you just go 4-3 in the last 7, but if you lose this, you'd have to go like 4-1.
Yeah. See, like, the issue with my team is like I get to the point where I'm like, all right, it's just time to throw in the cap. My team's just not doing good this year, and then I go ahead and beat a Jamie, and then I'm like, well, crap, now I have hope again.
Yeah.
So now I'm like hoping I can pull this out.
And mind you, you do want to try to make the playoffs at all costs because even if you know you're definitely not going to have the worst regular season record, SAT
Still
is still
beats my
determined
chance.
by
Yeah.
playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as I'm just not there, I mean, I like my team this week. I got all my starters back. And I love my wide receivers, the Juju and AJ Green. Jimmy Graham's coming back. I think Joshua Gordon's a good flex. It's hard to decide between him and if they do decide Cooper Kupp plays, which I don't think he will. But if they did, and that's a tough choice, but Josh Gordon's been playing pretty well, so I'll keep him there. Le'Veon Bell not coming back is awesome. I was so thankful that he did not come back this week. So now I get James Conner and David Johnson. Obviously, I'm pretty high on Goff. I feel like Green Bay's got a pretty good defense. They're above average. They're still nothing amazing. But the Rams are just like Mahomes, where they have a lot of targets.
Oh, and don't forget, the Steelers always have Juju played well, but like the Steelers always do have like weird games against the Browns.
Yeah.
Like they almost lost to them twice last year. They tied them this year. Big Ben, I think, had like 5 turnovers. So like, be mindful. Like Juju could have a iffy week.
But this one's at home.
That's true. Big Ben on the road. Big Ben at home's a different guy.
Yep.
I'm looking at Zach's team. Like we say this almost every week. Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks, like they had a down week last week for their standards and still combined for 19. Like that offense as a whole had like an week. Well, not. I guess the passing game. There, let me rephrase. Kareem Hunt has been incredible. Brady will most likely have a big game. Boyd has been good, and now they're playing a paper-thin Tampa Bay defense. Ravens D, you really can't tell. Maybe they get some sacks on Cam, but like I don't know. We haven't been turning it over too much. We fumbled some here and there, so I don't know. I'd like to think they wouldn't get a defensive touchdown, so you never know. Dang, Zach just loves him the Rams. He has probably one of the best kickers in the league too. Could easily be putting up quite a few field goals. I don't know. This is a tough one. I think your team looks a lot better. Tyson, what do you think?
I am going to go with Zach here, only because every time Jared Goff throws for a touchdown or any yards, it's going to be to Robert Woods or Brandon Cooks.
Especially if Cooper Kupp definitely doesn't play.
Yes. So that's what I'm thinking about that. And but I do like how even with Tom Brady throwing, even if he throws to Josh Gordon, he's still going to throw to all of his other wide receivers for 2 yards, and they're going to run for 15. So
and then he'll get a 17-yard passing play.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to go with Zach this week.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a good point about matchups, and with him having like all my touchdowns from Goff, I'd be getting 4, he's getting 6.
Yeah, you're always it's constantly be digging a hole for yourself.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm feeling good about my team. I don't really go with myself ever, but I'm feeling good. It's a must-win game, so I'm picking myself on this one.
All right. Well, I'm riding my boy Marlon Mack all the way to the end here. I'm picking Zach.
All right, sounds good. I'm okay with that. I like being an underdog, even though I'm favored.
That's true.
Favored without one person in your lineup. Or are you just not playing the defense this week?
I'm not playing a defense this week.
That's hilarious.
Understandable.
They're not doing good.
All right,
Defenses just aren't doing good. Defenses against the Chiefs are really not doing good. I swear to God, if they have another 30-point game, I'm going to blow my brains out.
Yeah, that'll be frustrating.
Yeah, with Kareem Hunt against Denver, definitely Zach on this week.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. All right, so let's move on to Heath and Kyle. This I think this is gonna be big for both guys because despite Kyle's wins and the pretty decent success he's had, everyone doubts him. I don't know a single person that's like a Kyle truther right now.
There's not many of those.
There's no Kyle truthers right now, so this could be big for him to take down a guy that's won 3 straight. And I mean, he's just kind of been on a roll. This will be huge for him. It does help Heath though. Sonny Michel being hurt, Kenyon Barner's gonna get some more run. But I mean, I do think with Kyle, I don't know. The Giants' run defense has been solid, actually been good. They were good.
Not anymore. They just traded away their best run stopper.
That's actually a good point. I was gonna say they were good against the Giants. They're pretty good against the Panthers and AP. He might just have an iffy game. I'm really not seeing much from Doug Martin. I don't care if Marshawn Lynch is hurt. Like, I don't care for Doug. Like, that's like so 2013.
Yeah.
So don't even talk about Doug Martin. Jordy Nelson, yeah, he might get open 3 yards down the field if Derek Carr can throw it that far. So, I mean, he might pick apart his way to like 8 or 9 points. His best player is his tight end with CJ Beathard thrown to him. He's got a flex player that really hasn't done much. And so I don't know why I made that trade. Got a good defense. I'm looking at Heath's team. Andy Dalton, okay.
The only thing that worries me about Heath's team is Andy Dalton. Like, the Bengals only put up 10 points against the Chiefs defense last week.
Which is bad.
And the Chiefs defense is not good. I don't know if you've heard that before, but they're just not good. So that kind of worries me about them. I mean, Tampa Bay's defense isn't good either, but still, it's just kind of I don't know. It worries me that they didn't play well last week, and you never know how Kenyon Barner's going to do. Just like really getting his first real touches. Obviously, Saquon's probably going to have a good game.
Yeah, he does have a great tight end though.
Yeah.
Big of him to pick him up.
Yeah. Thank God he got Njoku. So it's close. Kyle's been finding ways to win games.
I think
I don't really know how.
I'm
going
feeling
Kyle.
like a hater. I'm going Kyle.
Yeah, I'm going Kyle too.
Yeah, with Aaron Rodgers throwing, I feel like he's gonna have a big week, even though he's playing the Rams. What is his name? He even plays for me. That is coming back this week, his wide receiver.
Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb's coming back this week, so that's another target. It'll be a close game, like
Right.
that personal game in the NFL, but I think Aaron Rodgers will carry his team.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Kyle this week also.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay,
I really thought I was ballsy going against Kyle. I was like, no one else is going to pick him.
very edgy, yeah.
And everybody did.
And before we get to the game of the week, let's address like the worst game of the week, Parker and Cal.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in this one.
Could not care less about this one. Cal, dude, like, Kelvin Benjamin breakout week last week had 7 points. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I mean, Parker's team just hasn't really been playing all that well lately. I mean, most reliable has been like Joe Mixon and then Christian McCaffrey with yards.
Yeah, like without the touchdowns, like it's nothing against Christian, but like he's normally gonna get in that 60 to 90 yard range.
Yeah.
Which is good, but without getting in the end zone, it's just kind of like, you feel like you can do better.
Yeah,
and
we played a great run defense against the Eagles on Sunday.
And I think we're better when we pass anyway. I mean, I think that was evident by throwing for 200 passing yards in the fourth quarter.
And Baltimore's still a better defense than the Eagles are. Yeah. So, I mean, it's tough.
Does that mean, like, if we throw all the time for 4 quarters, we'll throw for 800 yards?
Probably.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Throw for 800 yards and score 84 points. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I could dig that. I could live with that. I could definitely live with that.
Sean McCoy is flex. I mean, like I said, he got a concussion. You don't know if he's going to play.
I think he has good players that just haven't lived up to the preseason hype.
Yeah.
Like Diggs is just getting a little overshadowed by Thielen, enough to where it's probably frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, Thielen's like the number 1 receiver in fantasy right now.
Yeah. Galladay is a little overshadowed by they still have Golden Tate and Marvin Jones and then Kerryon Johnson breaking out. So he's getting a little overshadowed. Joe Mixon, I don't know, it's just the Bengals. I don't know what else to say about that. It's the Bengals.
Yeah, and that's a good answer.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at Cal's team, it's just terrible. Like, it's
so
bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I see questions.
Yeah, I don't think I even know who his running backs are. I don't think I've ever heard of them. So,
Yeah, Matt Burrito. Like he put up you might know him as the guy that put up -1 points last week. Um,
but he's playing Arizona,
like Benjamin
so maybe
Watson.
put that to a 2.
Benjamin Watson, I think he just got he just like when he goes out to eat with the team, he gets the senior citizen discount. Um, Adam Vinatieri as well. I mean, he's got all these
Yeah, they
old
both
dudes on
do.
his team, so I don't know.
And if this one's even close to you, just look at the matchups, and literally all of Cal's team is playing away, as opposed to Parker's team playing at home.
And
And
Parker
that
has
does,
guys playing Tampa Bay and New Orleans.
yeah,
So like
yeah.
that's a good description right there.
So I mean, Parker's been putting up a lot of points lately, but you got to think he's gonna beat Cal.
Yeah, for sure. All right, yeah, I'm gonna take Parker as well.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna take Parker. I think the margin is not going to be 10, -10 for Parker. No way. Maybe like 1.
Right.
But I think Parker's going to pull it out if he ends up putting a tight end in.
Yeah, if he decides to do that. Okay, so game of the week. I think for the first time ever, Amelia's been featured on game of the week.
I was about to say that. I don't think ever in our league has Amelia been game of the week.
Right. So don't be alarmed. The first thing when you look at and you see Cam Newton questionable,
That doesn't mean anything.
no, he was just limited
Yeah.
in practice today. Well,
He's
but
playing.
They said general, so he's definitely playing. But outside that, she's got 2 great quarterbacks going at it, both playing against good defenses though. So neither one of them might not be the difference makers this week. I mean, I guess they could be, but like I could see both of them getting like 15-ish,
Yeah.
something like that. Her running backs, Carolina's run defense really hasn't been good. I mean, I guess it was okay last week. We got kind of thrown all over, but I think it's just because Philly doesn't have the best running backs to begin with.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But our run defense was bad against AP. Was not good against Saquon, really. Was not good against the Falcons. So I don't know. I can see Alex Collins having a solid day. Philip Lindsay's been getting in the end zone.
Yeah, he's been playing great for Denver.
Yeah, he has. She's got 2 Chiefs guys right there who you could like. Sammy Watkins and Travis Kelce are like behind in the order, behind like Hill and Hunt, but like both of them still normally get a decent amount of points.
Yeah.
Tariq Cohen's been solid. I mean, she's got an overall good team. I feel like she'll just consistently give you about like 90 a week, like almost no question. But Aaron's team, on the other hand, you feel like they could definitely. I mean, I guess her
Give you,
team
like,
could always
100.
go off, but like Aaron's a lot more likely to like if
Yeah.
one of them were to score like 120.
When you have Drew Brees, Todd Gurley, Devontae Adams, Odell Beckham.
Yeah, like I think Amelia could definitely win this. It's just like Todd Gurley's going to go off regardless.
Yeah.
I think you're just going to have to bank on OBJ not going off.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I think he's gone off like the last 3 weeks maybe.
Yeah, he's been
No,
hot lately.
He
So
had 23, then he had 4, then 20. So like if OBJ has like a 4 or 5 point week, I think you really do give yourself a chance, like him and DeAndre Hopkins. But like, because you can't count on Gurley to have a dud.
exactly.
That's
So,
true, but he is due for a dud. He hasn't had one yet.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Devil's advocate. He could be in for a big old dud. So this is tough, actually. Eagles defense also might feast.
Yeah.
No offense
Yeah.
to Blake Bortles.
But he was QB2 last week, so you gotta think about how that might play into his mindset going into this game.
And I was really motivated.
Or very scared for his job.
Ooh, hey, don't talk about Blake like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I love Blake. I'm
Hype down.
just saying I wanna hype him up, not bring him down.
All right, I understand that. Understandable. So I don't know who you guys taking this one. I think this actually could be a pretty good game of the week.
Yeah,
Aaron
I
no
think
doubt has the
should
bigger
be one of
name.
our best.
Aaron no doubt has bigger names, but Amelia has some guys that sneakily will get you some points, like Lindsay.
Yeah, exactly.
Heck, even Watkins got like a quiet 7 the other night.
Yeah.
Got a couple deep bombs.
Which he'll probably do. He's usually good for a couple deep bombs.
Yeah.
But that's usually about it. I don't know. I mean, like we said earlier, Todd Gurley can just carry his team.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, as long as you have a running back in there with 25 points a game, I mean, it's kind of hard to pick against Aaron right now.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I think I'm going to go Aaron. Nothing against Amelia. It's just I probably wouldn't choose anyone in the league against Aaron. It's like Tyson was saying earlier, like, you look at us projected and you're just like, oh, good lord.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with Aaron. I think Drew Brees is going to have a rough week. I think Minnesota's defense is going to come back. But, You can't have DeAndre Hopkins and OBJ both go for a bad week in the same week.
Yeah, that's not going to
But
happen too often.
especially with Devontae Adams up there, he's always going to catch something. So
And like he's projected for 104 points. Like this is a 12-man standard league, sir.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Maybe Aaron was right with like talking about how he really got off on those traits. I just thought OBJ was going to keep like not doing anything. But
well, he's not Julio Jones, so
that's true. He does enjoy getting to the end zone from time to time.
Hmm.
I don't know what's up with Julio, man. It's the weirdest thing. I don't think there's ever been like an elite player at a position that's like had so much trouble with such a common thing. Like I can't think of like a great running back that just couldn't get into the end zone like ever. Like Julio literally can't ever.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird situation over in Atlanta, but hey, your boy's not complaining.
Yeah, I definitely will not complain about that. I would like if, I mean, they're sitting at 3-4. I'd like for them to lose a couple more games. They finished 6-9 on the road, which is why I do think Tevin Coleman could be a nice little pickup. They might have to stop throwing a little bit. They might have to pick up the run game if it's that cold weather out there. But I mean, you never really know. But that wraps up our predictions for the week. We all were pretty much similar on most of the games. I think there was like one or two we were split on.
Yep.
So we'll see how well we can do. Normally can't do better than 3-3. Not sure why.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, no, I mean, Tyson, what I really hate here is if you do win this week and I lose, we will have the same record. And I've put in all this. I'm not gonna lie, I've been a hater.
A little bit.
Well,
a little bit more than a hater.
I've only been a hater because of how much of a truther I once was. I was a big time truther, and it completely backfired on me. It backfired on me big time.
Well, my team's been riddled with injuries, and I made a trade that was hopefully to help me in the future, and
that future just hasn't come yet.
The future hasn't came yet. You're right. I'm hoping that playoff time comes around and the Jaguars have to fight for a spot, and Fournette comes back, and hopefully that'll help me not take the SAT.
Yeah, I can't wait for someone to take that, man. Like, I get so excited. Like, I'll just, like, go to lay down at night, and I just get so excited, like, think about that. Like, one of these dudes is really going to have to, like, be sitting in a room for 6 hours while they're taking a test.
That does not matter at all.
Yeah, I'm like 95% confident it won't end up being me. Because, I know, like, to lose... If I had to lose all my consolation games, that probably wouldn't... If I don't make the playoffs, I'd probably have to lose to at least 2 of Cal and Cam and you. And, like, I'm confident I can win 2. All you have to do is win 1. Like, you literally have to just lose 3.
Yeah, as long as you win 1, you're not taking it.
Like, I'm pretty confident I can beat one of you guys given 3 chances.
I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I've never taken the SAT, so it would actually be a pretty cool experience for me.
Yeah, who do you think needs the SAT the most in the league, Tyson?
Oh, Cam for sure.
You want to think about that one?
No, I don't have to think about that at all.
No hesitation. All right, so I guess there's some real quick questions before we go. How are you enjoying your first year in the league so far, Tyson?
Really, I had a really fun first 3 weeks.
Right, I guess outside of just your
then,
team, just to hold general aura, like you enjoying being a part of the league and.
Oh yeah, I love the atmosphere that the league has brought to my life.
Never a dull moment in the group chat.
That's true.
Yeah, it could be.
True.
I would like to see maybe a little more chatter. Like we sent like 2 texts in it today, but for the most part, we at least a couple times a week there's a good bit of commotion going on in there.
I was a little worried there for about 2 weeks. Heath I guess lost his phone. I thought he went missing. He wouldn't trade me Saquon Barkley, so I was a little hurt when I found out he was just ignoring me. But aside from that, I felt a lot of love from everyone except for Heath and you after week 3. So
yeah, Heath is definitely a well-known text dodger.
Yes, big time.
Like I swear, like Heath will just be like sitting on like his phone, like I don't know, like listening to music or maybe just like watching Netflix, and like he'll see a text pop up, and I just picture him like the text popping up and him like laughing his ass off, and then like sending the notification away and like just laughing because he knows he's never going to reply to it.
Yeah, exactly. Just go ahead and clear that one out now.
God, why is
He
Jalen
like
texting
responds
me?
in his head and like thinks he texted back but just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's like, oh yeah, I told that dumbass I wasn't trading Saquon. When we're still on the fence over here, like, oh my god, I'm about to get him. Just answer.
he just had the decision to set for the past like 3 days.
I got a question for you two. How do you feel about Parker and I being in the league this year?
Oh, I definitely enjoy it. I look
Yes,
back on
big
some
time.
of our previous members, like, let's see, who are some people we've gone through in our life? We had Nick. Like, Nick, there was like remember the first 2 years, Nick was so incredibly into it.
So
Like
I bought a shirt that was like, I won my fantasy football championship, and I don't even think he did.
he didn't.
I just think he wanted.
The four
I just
people that
think he
have won
wanted
the
a shirt.
championship have been me, you, Zach, and Jamie. A shout to Aaron for winning regular season though, but never quite the big thing. But I wasn't gonna say, yeah, Nick was into it like just as much, if not more, than like me and Josh. Like it was almost so much to the point where I was like, wow, this is like overbearing. He was crazy into it, and then like he went to college and he's not as into it. So you guys are both definitely better than him. Who are some other people we went through, Josh? We had Amani.
Yeah.
Amani was like
Amani
a
was
funny
like,
guy.
we just had a lot of people who didn't talk.
Yeah, see, that was our issue. Like Amani and Matt both checked their teams a lot, watched football, and like really know their stuff.
Matt was always in the playoffs. He just didn't.
Matt
He just never texted the group chat.
Matt was always in the playoffs. That's why he traded that first round pick last year. He went all in on last year. Matt always knew what he was doing. He just never talked on the chat. And I guess like young life leader versus Aaron, like it's not always like this.
Yeah.
No chemistry there.
Like you're getting a text from Aaron about how he's gonna cut me open and put rats inside of me,
or how he's gonna like drug a woman or something.
Yeah.
I guess I don't blame Matt. Amani like literally never talked. He didn't even have an iPhone, so like no chat for him. We had this dude Noah. Do you remember him, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Noah.
Yeah,
Oh, I know Noah.
Noah Bailey.
Yeah, good guy. Saw him in Target the other day.
Okay, yeah, he was like vocal. Like the thing that like really, like Noah's not like okay, he's definitely an odd guy, but he was like a really nice guy and he watched football and he knew stuff. But the issue was like not only did he not talk, like he made it very vocal that he didn't care about like what happened with his fantasy team. Like it'd be like, no, I beat you last week. He's like, I don't care. Like,
yeah, exactly. That would drive me crazy.
Let
I had
walk
like a
up to
Bible
him.
with him, and I'd love to talk crap about him, but he'd just be like, that loss doesn't affect me.
Yeah, he's like, you think fantasy's real life or something? Like, yeah, for some of us it is, Noah.
Yeah, so this is what my life revolves around.
Like, I want someone that like I can walk up to in the halls and like in high school and I could have like talked crap to them and them like want to like punch me in the face, but I'd be like, no, I beat you in fantasy. He's like, bring it in for a hug, buddy. And then the year before Josh and this is a really long podcast, but I don't even care. The year before Josh and Nick came into the league, we had Eric and Jake, and they were terrible league mates. Like I think they both had the worst records in the league, and like Jake like drafted like Ray Rice, and like he wasn't even in the league or like on a team, and it was a lot of disaster going around. But we you and Parker have been great. You've talked a lot. You've been active. And so, thank you for that, and thank you for coming on with us today, Tyson.
Absolutely, anytime.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Out here trying to break the curse.
Yeah, I mean, if you were the one that broke it, that'd be an all-time surprise.
Yeah.
But
or an all-time comeback. You never know.
I don't even know if I could say the curse continues if you lose this week, because, like, is it the curse or is it just your bad? I don't know. But, yeah, so thanks for being on with us, Tyson. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Good week, boys. You to leave, or?
I mean, I'm just gonna turn the recording off. You don't have to leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll see you guys later.
All right. See you next week, boys.
Thank you.